Okay, let's look at importing your data file into Google Sheets. So the suite of Google programs, Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides, they run out of a web browser. And so because they run out of a web browser, the web browser that you use could make a difference as far as how well it operates. So this suite of Office products, Docs, Sheets, and Slides, because they're a Google product, I would use Google Chrome to run them in. There's other browsers like Safari and Firefox, and they may work most of the time, but you could run into some weird errors. So I would just use Google Chrome when you're using these. So what you want to do is first go to docs, so docs.google.com, and hit enter. And you should see a window something like this. If you don't have a Google account, then it's going to ask you to create one. If you already have a Google account and there's a specific Google account that you want to use, you may need to click here and verify that you're logged into Google account that you expect to be logged into. If not, left click this button and choose a different Google account that you want to use. But as far as myself, I'm kind of ready to go. This is the Google account that I want to use. And when I type Google or docs.google.com, it brings up this web page. Okay, so right now it's got me in Google Docs, which is the word processing product that Google has, but I want Google Sheets, which is their spreadsheet program. So if I come over here to the hamburger icon, this is their main menu icon. So if I left click on that, I can choose Sheets instead. Okay. I don't have anything created yet with this account. It's a new Google account. So what I can do is I can create a new blank one. So I'm going to click blank. All right, so it's giving me down here in the lower right, like, did you know you could do this? I'm just going to say got it, make that go away. Okay, so now we have a basic spreadsheet. This looks very reminiscent of Microsoft Excel. So let's first import the data file. So let's see here. If we go to File, Import. All right, so now we can import the data file. If we have the data file in our Google Drive, we can import it from there. But right now, I'm just going to go based off of the scenario that you've got this data file downloaded onto your computer. So I'm going to click right here on Upload. And it says Browse or drag a file here. So I'm going to click Browse. Yeah, and you should be still seeing what I see. And I know that I put this in my downloads directory, so I'm going to click Downloads. And right here, this text file is my data file. So I'm going to click that and click Open. Okay, so under Import Location, let's see what options we've got. Replace Spreadsheet, Insert New Sheets, Create New Spreadsheet. Let's just put Replace Spreadsheet, that's fine. And under separator type, let's try detect automatically and see what that does. And we'll leave this checked for convert text to numbers, dates, and formulas. And let's do import data. Okay. Okay, so it really did a good job of importing our data. The first row looks like these are our random variables for each roller coaster. And so the first random variable is the name of the roller coaster. And these look like names of roller coasters. The next one is the park random variable. So this is the theme park. So we've got Cedar Point, Six Flags, Magic Mountain, Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags, Magic Mountain, Busch Gardens, and so on. So that looks good. What the track of the roller coaster is made of, steel and wood. So this all looks nice and clean and good. The only thing we need to do right now to kind of complete this step is to rename it. So you can see it's still called Untitled Spreadsheet. So I'm going to click here so that I can rename it. And let's rename it in a manner that is useful. So we're going to call this Fall 23 because this is the Fall 23 semester. And then this is Math 110. And then put in your first and last name. And maybe capital PROJ for project. And maybe put the name of your data file. So for me, that was Coasters 2015. And now I'm just going to hit enter. And then what we can do is we can star this. This is going to kind of favorite it so that it'll be easier for you to get to in the future. Okay. And maybe the last trick that I'll show for this video is it looks like it's cutting off all of your names and theme park names. You can get it to resize it by moving the cursor to the vertical line between the two columns. So you'll notice that when I get to this point, the cursor changes from an arrow to maybe this up and down bar with arrows left and right. And if I left click the mouse button twice, it resizes it. So Microsoft Excel works the same way. And if you double click columns that have smaller, shorter data, it'll, instead of making the columns wider, it'll make them smaller. So you can kind of do that to all of them if you like. And if you don't like the way it resized it, you can just click and drag and then let go. And then you can resize it however you want. But this is a good point to stop. So this is how you import your data file into Google Sheets.